wetters. So you're thinking about moving to Daytona Beach, Florida. In this video, I'll be going over the pros, all the cons, and what exactly there is to do at the world's most famous beach. Now, most of the time, beaches just have beach stuff to do. That's really all they have going for them. Make sure you stay tuned to the end to find out if Daytona Beach is one of those places, or if they have more to offer than just salty water. What's up, everybody? It's Jimdin! And we're the For Sale team right here in Daytona Beach, Florida. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything about working, sleeping, playing, eating, and the pros and cons, make sure you tap that subscribe button and click that little bell to make sure you're notified every time that we release a new video. Honestly, we get so many people calling and relocating, and we absolutely love it. If you're thinking about moving, relocating, or just coming to stay, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send me that message in a bottle. I'm at the beach literally every day. I live here. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when you're moving to Daytona Beach, Florida. So this one should be a given, but honestly, it's the internet, you never know. So I need to go ahead and just throw this out there right now from the get-go. One of the biggest cons in Daytona Beach is it's hot. It's humid. It rains. Now, while this may be a con for the general public, I'm that psychopath that loves it. So I moved here from Chandler, Arizona. During the summertime, we have 120-degree summers. Triple digits are a common thing. Double digits are rare. I mean, summertime, of course. It is disgusting. It's so refreshing to actually be here and actually experience multiple weather conditions that you really just don't get at all. During summertime here, there is rain literally almost every morning. Now, that might not be the best thing for some people, but the thing is, it cools down everything for the rest of the day. The weather is fantastic. You just want to go and hit the beach, you want to enjoy it, you want to relax, and you really just want to make the most out of where you're living. So come summertime, weather conditions are fairly stable, around mid-90s the entire time. The last time Daytona Beach hit over 100 degrees was in 1999. That's mind-blowing because that's all I have in Arizona. So you have the warmer, wetter season, which is late May through October, and then you have a cooler, drier season, which is November through April. Now it's pretty cool because during these warmer, wetter months, each of these summer days has typical fluctuations. It rains in the morning time, usually by around noonish. Rain is gone, sunshine, and it is fantastic because you're not there just sweating to death. Come nighttime, things cool off, and you're back to normal, and it's enjoyable. Now during the peak time when things are hot, you can go to the beach, you can actually enjoy the outdoors and not necessarily be miserable the entire time. So during the cooler winter months, you're usually around low 70s to about higher 50s. Weather's awesome. Sunshine is a beautiful thing. I can't stand overbearing gloominess, but I enjoy the rain. So one of the biggest things on people's mind when they're moving to Florida in general is hurricanes. Now due to this, if you are a homeowner, you're gonna need wind and flood insurance. So when a hurricane is coming in, it's hitting Miami, Key West first, and then it breaks land, and then it comes up, right? Now, by the time it gets here to Daytona Beach, it's pretty weak and it's mostly gone. The last time Daytona was hit directly by a hurricane was Hurricane Donna, which was in 1960. Daytona Beach has a significantly less chance of getting hit directly by a hurricane as opposed to Miami, Key West. Those are areas in which you should be a little more wary of the actual weather conditions there and how exactly the hurricanes are going to be coming along. And with the technology available now, we know when a hurricane is coming. We have a much better idea of where exactly that hurricane is going to be going, as opposed to the 1960s when it was more of a guessing game and a free-for-all. So most people aren't going to tell you this if they're trying to convince you to move here. But I'll shoot you straight. This place attracts tourists. It's literally named the world's most famous beach, the birthplace of NASCAR, and there's 23 miles of white sand beaches. The thing is, tourist seasons here are very predictable. The biggest draws are going to be Daytona Bike Week, the Daytona 500, and spring break. The beautiful thing though is it's not a constant everyday flow of tourists. Like if you were living in Orlando and you have to constantly deal with the families that are here to go to Disney World. The rest of the year, it's all for the locals. If you're a fan of loud cars that make left turns, Daytona International Speedway. This place is literally the birthplace of NASCAR. They first started racing cars and motorcycles back in the early 1900s. I mean like 19, 0, and a digit. 1902 to be exact. One digit, not double digits, just one digit. Well, I guess that'd be 4 digits, but you get the point. So Daytona Beach is very smooth, hard compacted sand, which made it really, really appealing for those that like to go fast. In 1902, pioneers in the automobile and motorcycle industry started testing things out. In 1904, 2 years later, that's when they started doing land speed records. Now this went on all the way until 1935, when Mark Campbell set the final land speed record at Daytona Beach, which was 277 miles an hour on sand. I can't even imagine. That sounds so fun. In 1936, the first stock car race was held here. And in 1958, NASCAR created the Daytona International Speedway, which replaced the beach course, ending the races on the beaches. But wait, you can still drive on the beach. You can't go ripping, going 200 plus miles an hour, but they let you drive a maximum of 10. Now, avoiding the tourist trap of Orlando, the nice thing is you still live in Florida and it's only an hour away. If you want to go and hit Disney World, Universal Studios, Volcano Bay, SeaWorld, literally any of these parks, just hop in the car and drive an hour. But now at this point, you don't have to worry about the obnoxious hotel rates. You don't have to worry about all the tourists that are here at all times of the year. Daytona Beach is a smaller town when you compare it to the bigger cities like Orlando, Jacksonville, Miami even. The nice thing is it's the best of both worlds. You get that excitement, that feeling of somewhere that's popular, but on the flip side, you also get a break from all that. You get to relax. You get to actually enjoy the beach that you're staying on. So the seafood here is just unbeatable. I cannot stress enough how much I love the fact. The thing is, in Arizona, there's no catching any kind of fish, crab, whatever, in the desert. So the fact that everything isn't flash frozen and sent over here, everything is fresh, literally right from the ocean. It is the most beautiful thing ever. And it literally reflects in the quality of the seafood. You can taste the difference. Give it a shot. So I can't golf. I haven't been able to figure it out. That's why I disc golf, you know, kind of the first week. Like I get the game, but it makes me feel better that I can actually throw it, you know. Golfing is huge here in Daytona Beach. So you have LPGA International, which has not 18 holes, but 36. It's fantastic if I knew how to golf. And then you can go and hit smaller courses, you know, every week. And I guarantee you'll be sick of golfing before you hit all the courses. There's a surplus of golf courses, country clubs, even houses on the golf course if you are a hardcore golfer and you just want to wake up, hop in your golf cart, go. Those are options for you here. So at Daytona International Speedway, they have the Richard Petty driving experience. Now, it's about as real as it can get. You're on the track. No one is there with you. They're just talking to you from radio. There's no lead car. You are literally driving around Daytona International by yourself. That's about as real as it can get. If you're into fishing, the ocean's right there, dude. There's tons of piers, areas into the water that you can just cast out and catch monsters. So one of the absolute most important spots you need to hit if you're a fisherman is the Sunglow Fishing Pier. It's got restrooms, bait shack, fish cleaning areas, rod and reel rentals, and you can't forget the frozen bait. You just fish off of the beach. So not only can you fish from the ocean, but you can also fish from the Halifax River. Get best of both worlds. So Daytona Bike Week is going on right now, actually, and it is awesome. I have never seen so many motorcycles. Have you seen those videos of people riding horses on the beach? And you've always wondered, where do they do that? Is it in Mexico? Bahamas? No, it's here in Daytona Beach. Let me say that again. You can ride horses on the beach. Come on! All right, next up on the list is the bugs. I think I say it's Florida a ton as my justification for everything. But yeah, it's Florida. It's tropical. You get a lot of freaky looking bugs out here. It's kind of cool. So the thing is with Florida, it's one of the most tax-friendly states for retirees. There's no state income tax, Social Security, pension, IRA, and 401k. All of it's untaxed. And on top of that, Florida has no inheritance or estate tax. From the business side of things, there's no corporate income tax on limited partnerships, S-corps, no corporate franchise tax on capital stock, no state level property tax, no property tax on business inventories. Any goods that are in transit for 180 days, no tax. There's no sales tax or use tax on goods that are exported from Florida that are produced here. And there's no sales tax for raw materials that are going to be used in final packaging, such as non-reusable containers or packaging. So those are some of the pros and cons of living here in Daytona Beach. I could literally go on for hours, but you would have already clicked off by now, right? So those are the pros and cons of living here in Daytona Beach, Florida. But again, if you want us to help you find the perfect home, you got to reach out. Go ahead, shoot me a phone call, text, email, send me that message in a bottle. I do not care. I'll keep an eye out for it. Whatever you got to do, just reach out. Literally, however you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back when you're moving to Daytona Beach, Florida. And until next time, I'll see you later.